Hey, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube bedroom studio. All right, so I want to start right here in the entryway. So as you can see right here, we got the shoe rack. Got to make sure that we have all the shoes readily accessible right as we walk out the door. I got this little guy right here, my kitty. So we gotta make sure that he's got a place to use the bathroom. So right as you walk in, then in the closet right here, we got like his litter box kind of set up, all that sort of stuff. Got an air purifier so it isn't all stinky. And then kind of moving forward, I have my music set up right here. So this is really important to me. Like I've played music for, I don't know, coming along over 20 years at this point in my life. So yeah, if I want to just like hang out, chill, play some music, this is where I'm gonna do it. It's against this like closet right here, and I understand this is like an old calendar, but it's basically stuck on here, so I can't do anything about that without like ripping the paint off. But in here I got my clothes, I got a bunch of tech and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like because it's taking up an entire wall, I couldn't find a better place to put the piano. So the piano's sitting here. That just is what it is. And then in this corner right here, so we basically have this like bookshelf. So this is where I keep all my books. So if I want to go ahead and like pick something up to read and like just chill out, that's where it's going to be. And a lot of the times I'll go ahead and store a lot of like my camera gear here as well. So you can see I have like one of my phone tripods here. A lot of times I'll have my normal tripod here, and that's just to make sure it's kind of like out of the way so I can get around my room properly. And then I also usually store like my camera bag here, so I'm using some of my camera stuff, but it'll be floating around somewhere in this corner. Moving on to some of the more like important parts of the room. So right here we have my kind of secondary desk setup. So I use this chair for both of my desk setups here. I've done a video on my desk setup. If you want to check that out, it's the same chair, but I'll go ahead and sit here. If I get back from like a coffee shop or something like I did earlier today, then I can just go ahead, pull out my laptop, and then I can work at this desk. The reason why I like doing something like that is because here we have like way more natural light. So my other desk setup, which we'll get to last, you'll see that's where I do most of my editing, all that sort of stuff, have my monitor set up, but it feels kind of dark. So if I want to just script, if I want to just think of video ideas or even edit here, this provides like a lighter kind of wood color. It's got good natural light. And yeah, I got like a fake plant, stuff like that here. So this place is kind of a vibe. Also where I like to just chill out, watch YouTube sometimes. So, okay, so moving on from there, we'll move the chair here. I want you to notice we have like a couple of studio lights here. So usually they're gonna be sitting in this configuration when I'm not using them, but when I have like my main A-roll shot, which you guys will see in my videos coming up throughout this next year, then these are gonna kind of be set up more so facing this way. And then it's gonna be shining and lighting up my face while I'm sitting at the desk setup opposite here. But then when I'm not using these kind of store up, stay out of the way. And that's how I go about storing lighting. And then we got like my cat's little food station right here. He's got all his food set up. This is my bed. Thinking about this, probably should have made my bed, but this is just usually how it looks. I sleep here, man. I don't know what else to tell you. But also, you gotta get memory foam. If you don't have memory foam on your bed, I don't know what you're doing, because it's like an absolute game changer. So yeah, not much else to say about that. Now this corner over here kind of serves like a couple of different purposes. So number one, kitty scratching post. He's got to have a place just to go crazy and sharpen his claws, do all that good stuff. But you'll notice I actually have like this mini fridge and microwave. So I just have like some drinks in here, because obviously this is not the main kitchen in our apartment, but I'll store that, or like some ice cream in the freezer, or if I want to just heat up some tea or something like that. And this is kind of just a place where I can just be doing something like that and sort of be out of the way of my roommate. So nothing crazy. And then this bench, I could sit on it, but usually I use it just for storage. So You can see like all my kind of lazy lounge around clothes are usually here. I got my gimbal, I got my cat's bed. So it's pretty much just there for stuff that doesn't have an exact place, but I want to keep it out of the way. And then finally, kind of the main attraction, the most important part of the room is the desk setup. So I've already done a video on this. A lot of it is one-to-one, although I scaled back a couple of the cords. But this is where I'm gonna come. I'm gonna do the vast majority of my actual work. So anytime I'm gonna be editing, in particular, I'm gonna be using this setup. So it's a standing desk. So if I wanna adjust the height, if I wanna work while I'm standing up, I can go ahead and do that, which is super convenient. I have this little slot here to hold my laptop if I need to work. I got my gaming PC, and I got a PlayStation, I got a Nintendo Switch 2, like all that's kind of set up at this one spot. So I spend a ton of my time in my room at this place because you gotta work hard and you gotta play hard. So yeah, the last thing I wanna point out is kind of like all the personal touches. So if you kind of just like look over here, I mean, we got like some wall decorations up here. I just thrifted this canvas. These panels are like from Amazon. This stuff is from Amazon. That's a disc plate. A couple of wall shelves here with some more fake plants. Those kind of personal touches are just really important to me because otherwise the room is just gonna feel really bare without any sort of personality. So yeah, it's just really important for me personally to have kind of touches like that. And then finally, this kind of backdrop is gonna be the main background for my A-roll shot that you guys are gonna see. So we have these kind of wooden panels are actually a smart light, so they kind of light up a little bit. We have some more fake plants that kind of drape down, and that'll give the background just like a little bit of character in my shots. So anyways, I appreciate you guys coming along with me for this tour, and I just wanted to show you, this is gonna be the setup going into 2026. I know it's small, I know it's compact, but it's highly functional. It allows me to rest, it allows me to play hard, it allows me to work hard. So I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.